The Bobby Bones Show.
A voicemail from Mackenzie in Las Vegas.
I'm listening to the podcast and you guys are talking about John Cena and how he grants the most Make-A-Wishes. And I just have to tell you, so I work at the Las Vegas Convention Center and I did the catering for the WrestleMania Fan Fest. And he brings in all of the Make-A-Wish kids and walks them around and they all get specialty belts and they all get to come in early. And he does special meet and greets with them and all of the other wrestlers. And I just have to say, it's a really cool thing that he does. So shout out to John Cena for doing that. And I love you, Bobby Bones.
Even while he's a bad guy. Because right now he's a heel. And he gets up and he makes fun of kids just generally. He's like, why have you been adoring me? That's on stage, but he's still doing Make-A-Wishes even when he's a bad guy. Yeah. I'm starting to think wrestling ain't real.
Yeah,
Stop.
finally.
Wait, wow. I'm starting to think that maybe. By the way, thank you guys. If you're new to this and you're listening to part 2, first of all, you're a part 2er. You are our favorite of all the listeners because you are listening to us. You're either on YouTube or you're listening to the podcast. And it takes a little more effort to get over here. You just don't have to turn it on. It takes a little more effort, so we appreciate that. And this is the podcast version of the show. It's a little more stream of conscious. This was not on the radio. This was made just for you. So this is why it's called Part 2. Just a little recap as to why we do this. All right, next up.
I really love your show. It's been the best part of my day every morning, and I was just going to tell you that you're really awesome.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Give me another one.
I have a morning corny for the group. You all think that you're going to get money back from your investments with Lunchbox, but you know he hasn't even given you the money that he's gained from the pallet. You ain't going to get nothing. Ha, ha, ha. Joke's on y'all. Lunchbox got.
She does make a great point.
She does.
What in the world?
We expect to get our money back, and Amy and I have put in a significant amount of money into the stock with Lunchbox. We're not getting money back for other things, yet we expect to get money back for this. She makes a great point. Mm-hmm. Like, we've already been shown who he is, yet we continue to give him money.
Yeah, I feel like, is that the definition of insanity a little bit?
Him or us, or both?
Us. Like, we keep expecting a different result.
That's a funny morning corny for the group. That's at the group, though.
I didn't think it was funny, but yeah.
Well, you didn't put any more money in. You just didn't get your pallet money.
My pallet money, dude. It's $80.
Yeah. Next up.
I caught Lunchbox stealing. He was at the self-checkout, and he did not scan an item. It wasn't an expensive item, but he didn't scan it. Come on, Lunchbox, do better.
What I encourage you to do is take that video public, if true.
This is a voicemail?
Yes.
Anonymous voicemail?
Anonymous voicemail.
Oh.
I encourage you to take that video, put it online, and tag me. And then I'll make it happen.
Yep.
We'll do citizen's arrest. We'll do real arrest. We'll go to trial.
Dang, you got busted, dude.
Yeah, I got busted.
Any truth to that?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
I mean,
okay.
We didn't do that. By the way, that's not us. That's somebody.
But I've gone through the checkout sometimes, and there's been water on the bottom of my cart, and I forgot, and I get to the parking lot, and I'm like, well, guess I didn't pay for that.
But you didn't do it on purpose.
No, I didn't do it on purpose.
Still stealing because you knew you didn't pay and you were still there.
Yeah, it's sort of like the bag of chips, man. Like, you don't know that you're stealing.
What's the bag of chips? Oh, when you did the bag of chips.
Yeah,
Got it.
like it wasn't on purpose. It just, sometimes it happens.
Mm.
But
Yeah,
there's
Your
never,
Honor, sometimes it happens. I don't know what to tell you.
But the self-checkout, I've never just like, oh, you know what I mean? Box of cereal, let me save the $2 and just put it over in the cart. Never done that.
It's not $2 anymore.
Yeah, cereal's way more than that now.
Yeah, dude.
Like
Get a grip, dude.
$6.
So I understand why you're stealing.
No, when I used to work at the grocery store, my brother was in college and he would send his roommate through my line, and I wouldn't scan a lot of stuff. But that was, 20 years ago, 30 years ago.
When cereal was $2. I did ride the Bird scooters over the weekend in Austin.
So fun, isn't it?
Yeah, we were at the hotel. So we got in Thursday night because I was to do a client golf event on Friday morning early. So we flew in Thursday night. I did the client golf thing on Friday. And then I guess we had stuff to do all day Friday, huh?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I don't know. My flight was really
Oh, that's
late.
right. You were the one that
Oh,
was late.
no. Sorry.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to think about because everything's a blur. My brain's still a little fried. So Saturday, I guess, we got up and we went down to South Congress, which our whole show came together in Austin. So for us, it's fun to go back and just see how it's grown every year because it's always something different. And so we took the Bird scooters all the way into town. I mean, it's like a 12-minute ride. Wasn't that crazy? But it's now that it's all linked with Uber, it's so easy. You just
you can just do it on your phone?
Yeah, you just
Or
open
you don't-
Uber and
different
scan the
app.
thing, and it's bloop.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah,
That's
go.
cool.
I just kept worrying, though, that my wife's going to dump over. And she's more athletic than I am, but I've just seen so many people dump over that you just fall. That's broken. Like leg broken, elbow broken, wrist broken, something. But no, she was good. I did some tricks.
Like
On
what?
the scooter?
Yeah, I did a couple tricks. Put one foot down, you lift the other leg really high up, and I was doing like leg tricks.
Okay.
She should have probably been worried about
Yeah,
me.
that's right.
I bring it up because there's a story where 25% of e-scooter injuries involve riders that are drunk. And
That
that's
ain't
probably the reason that most of my, I won't even say friends, like people I know that have been in accidents, they've probably been drunk and they're riding them around. Once in Austin, we were all living there. I walked up and there was a homeless guy who had like 3 of them and he was chunking them off the bridge.
Oh,
Yeah, that was so weird.
That's so weird. I didn't stop him. Wasn't mine to stop.
right.
And I was like, man, this guy's got great strength because those things are not light. And he was just chunking them off the bridge. But we did that. Did you spend any time doing any Austin stuff, like normal stuff?
No. Nope.
Since you flew in late, did you have to make up for stuff?
No, I didn't get to do anything really. So.
What'd you do? Saturday, you guys had to be at the daytime stage earlier.
Yeah. I mean, I got to enjoy Moody Center where we were.
Oh, the venue where the festival
What time did
was?
you have to go on Saturday?
I guess I started getting down there. I started getting ready around noon, and then I had to be there at 2. But then, yeah, I don't know. I didn't like leave the hotel or do anything. I think I was just having like a slow morning.
I'm not gonna insinuate. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna ask a question, and you just answer it yes or no.
Oh yeah.
Do you know? Did you see the drama? It's not even drama. Like I'll call it the tea about the radio person.
No.
Okay, I'll tell you about it afterward. Mind blown. You know, you have to know.
What?
Oh,
I'm not saying anything more here.
Okay.
Morgan, do you know what I'm talking about?
Maybe.
Let me text you, Morgan.
yeah, Morgan, you know.
Well, why are you texting?
Because she'll probably know more than you will.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
That crazy.
What is it?
Yeah,
I'm not saying
yeah.
anything. I'm not about what is it right here. If you didn't, I just wondered if you knew. I found out at the daytime stage
Okay.
when we were there. I heard you like had a fall down in front of Sam Hunt.
I did. Yeah, I did. It was awkward. So I was wheeling my luggage backstage, and on top of my luggage, I had a bag that was open full of a bunch of stuff. And I was like, oh, there's Sam Hunt. And I'm wheeling. And then you know how they cover up all the wires and cords? They put those like little things in. It's like a big speed bump
On the ground, yeah.
on the ground.
Yeah.
So I'm like, have to wheel my luggage over the speed bump right as I see Sam, and he's like, hey. And then boom, my bag goes everywhere and stuff falls out because
Oh,
that bag was
no.
open. And I was like, oh, this is so awkward. But he's really nice. He helped pick it up.
He did.
And then I was like, what do I do now? And I was like, thank you. And then I said, oh, I'm doing your stage intro later, so hopefully it goes better than this just did.
Gosh.
Bye. And he was like, see you later. Yeah, so I was like, I'm awkward.
Huh.
Probably got frazzled. I don't know why, but I think it's a speed bump. It's a speed bump.
Well, you probably took your eye off the ground.
Yeah, because I'm like, oh,
There's Sam. I should say
Sam,
hi, and then
yeah.
it all dumped over.
I know.
Yeah.
I was like, ugh, why am I so awkward?
I did see the Waymos driving around Austin. We don't have those here, and the Waymos are the cars that have no driver. I did see people on the back or in the passenger front seat just riding away with no driver. That's crazy to see. That'll be the future, obviously. They're putting out the trucks now, too, the basically 18-wheelers that are with no drivers driving across the country. That makes more sense, though, because it's pretty straight. You can put them on the interstate and you go. That seems like that would be a lot easier. There's not a lot of stopping. There's no traffic lights. There's no big curves.
Yeah,
I don't know,
but
Oh.
They're
there's just
heavy, a lot of load.
Yeah.
of things happening.
I did not. Do you have to download the Waymo app?
No, so what it is, it's in Austin, it's through Uber. And so I went in my settings and I put on, yes, I will take a driverless car. And I guess it's just random. If you request an Uber, they'll give you the option once it's there saying, oh, we could match you with a Waymo. Well, let me tell you, I spent an hour on Saturday requesting Ubers, and when they didn't hook me up with a Waymo, I hit cancel ride.
We
And
have to pay for that every time.
No, as long as you cancel within a certain
Yeah,
window.
within 5
if they
minutes.
get to 'em-
No. It tells you what kind of car it paired you with. And I'd be like, nope, cancel ride.
Yeah, if
I
you
sat there
cancel
for
it
an
right away,
hour
you're
trying
fine.
to get a Waymo. And I'd watch them drive by that hotel and none of them would turn in to pick me up, and I'm so annoyed. I did sit at a stoplight. I was in an Uber, and the Waymo was next to me, and there was no one in the car. No driver, no passengers. It was just driving. And it was like, that is so weird.
Maybe going to pick somebody up. That
Maybe,
wasn't you.
but they never picked me up. It was not as easy as just going in and saying, I want a Waymo.
You know those clips from like 1990 or something? I don't know when this was, but it's like Katie Couric and they're talking about the internet or something, and you watch them back, and it's so funny because they're like, "It's so crazy! I got an email." I feel like
That's gonna be this?
Like 10 years from now, they're gonna like see some resurrected clip of Lunchbox being like, "There was no driver. It was crazy."
Well, it was my first time seeing it, and I wanted to do it so bad. Like, that was my goal this weekend, was to ride in one of those. And I spent an hour on Saturday literally ordering and canceling Ubers just trying to get paired with it, and it never happened.
I think a part of this too is us going, electric cars? You mean there's no gas?
That was weird too when that
That
happened.
is true.
Yeah, all of it's weird.
But I also did see Waymo. I was in an Uber and we're going down the main road, and the Waymo was way up there and on the side street, and it started to pull out, and it wasn't going to make it, and it slammed on its own brakes. And I was like, that is crazy. So the nose of it was sticking out, but it knew to stop, and I was like, that was pretty cool.
Because the Waymo's always paying attention. The Waymo doesn't have a cell phone that can bother it, or a kid in the back seat, or trying to eat food. The Waymo has that camera that spins on top of it. It's looking all the directions all the time.
The Waymo's not late for work, you
The
mean?
Waymo doesn't
Yeah.
have in the middle of a breakup who's being emotionally. So that's why the Waymos of the world are going to be much safer overall than humans.
Unless they develop feelings, then we're in trouble.
They might after a while.
Yeah.
And also, who's controlling the Waymo?
They start getting road rage.
I think robots, though, would even know that if you're saying that they're going to develop a way to think independently with emotion, I think thinking is and being able to evaluate emotion is not the best way to be efficient. Therefore, I
Right.
will not develop emotion. So I think smart robots would not do that.
Yeah, I was just joking.
No, but then people will go, Amy's got a great point. I'm like, well,
because emotion's not efficient.
Well,
correct. Emotion
Wow.
is inefficient, wildly inefficient.
And the robot knows that. So they're like, why would I waste my time with emotion?
Depending on how you look at them.
Emotion is wildly inefficient.
If-
Emotion.
You're trying to be a machine.
Yes, efficiency is about productivity. You're talking about
Yeah, but overall
the human
satis-
experience. But they're two different things. Satisfaction, human experience, two different things.
Yeah,
And efficiency.
yeah, I know.
So robots won't fall in love is what you're saying too?
I think unless they think by us falling in love and having a love, what is love? I think it would be creating a younger robot that could take over the world. Everything's going to be based on efficiency.
Yeah, they could glitch though. They could have a malfunction.
They glitch and fall in love.
Emotional malfunction.
Waymo's autonomous vehicles are controlled by fully autonomous technology. The Waymo driver, a powerful AI-driven system. There's no remote human driving these vehicles. Yeah. Can you imagine somebody
No, that'd be terrible.
Somebody with a joystick? Because they'd be on their phone.
Mm-hmm.
His Mountain Dew falls.
Yes. Oh, God. Well, I'm sorry you didn't get one. Were you doing it for the bit, or were you doing it because you really wanted to be in one?
Both. I wanted to be able to be like in there, take a video, like sit behind the driver, sit over there, sit in the front seat. And then I wanted to know, could I sit in the driver's seat? Would they allow that? Like I had
You
also
try to take over?
No, not even just to be sitting there. So then it really looks weird when the Waymo's driving and I just have my hands in my pocket. I just wanted to try it all. And I was so annoyed because now I'm like, when am I ever going to get in a Waymo?
Jail in Georgia went into lockdown after officers could not find a missing inmate who was convicted of murder.
Uh-oh.
The cops later discovered they left the inmate at the courthouse.
What?
In the holding cell at the courthouse overnight.
Oh,
See, a
okay.
Waymo wouldn't have done that. A Waymo would have known because a Waymo doesn't forget.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
So he didn't like get out. Like
No,
He
he
was
didn't
in jail.
No,
still.
he didn't get out. They all freaked out because they messed up.
Yeah.
How do they not?
Exactly.
How do you forget a prisoner?
Like, how do you go from the jail and get
Humans,
back
man.
or the court and get back to jail and
Emotions.
not have anybody?
Emotions. That's what did it. Waymo started testing its vehicles in here?
What?
In Nashville? But they don't have them here.
No, they're still testing them. You'll see the person in the
Oh,
driver's
okay.
seat.
So they're testing them for here.
Yeah, but
They
they
didn't
haven't.
test them overall. I thought they tested them for Waymo to exist here.
I guess they're like calibrating everything, and they haven't announced when they're going to be available.
Yeah, they're like, pothole, can't do it.
Oh yeah, exactly.
This town's got more potholes than
So
anything
bad.
than guitars. Hey-o. Okay. Pearl Jam's coming to town. What, Tuesday and Thursday?
Yeah.
Tomorrow and Thursday?
Yeah.
I looked at tickets online last night. I can't go because I have to go to the ACMs in Dallas.
Did you want to go?
I saw a video of Eddie Vedder doing Better Man, not acoustic, with just an electric by himself.
Yeah.
And it was awesome.
It was in Atlanta.
Yeah.
A few days ago.
So I watched the whole thing, and so I went just to see how much tickets were. Pretty expensive.
Dude, it's crazy. Like, it's crazy, and I had to buy... I think I got a deal. Like, I don't think I didn't get, like, the whole scalper way. Like, it was actually a connection, but the connection I had to pay for the tickets. So this was probably the cheapest that you can get tickets, and I paid $400.
A ticket?
For two.
Two. So $200 a ticket.
Oh.
But that is so much money. Like, if I was in college, because when I was in college, I loved to go to live
Nobody
shows.
in college is going to Pearl Jam. I saw the crowd. It's all old men.
But how much are their tickets of, like, Benson Boone, like Sabrina Carpenter? I'm sure those are even way more.
They are. I was just saying Pearl Jam, a lot of college kids probably.
Dude, there's so much money for tickets.
Can you name Pearl Jam songs?
If you give me a hint for...
He just did one.
If you give me a hint for...
Like if I were like, waiting, watching the clock. Go.
Waiting, watching the clock at 7 o'clock when the dust is front.
Kinda, yeah.
Waiting.
What is that song? She dreams in color.
She dreams in red.
Come on.
You got it.
Oh.
Can't find
another way.
A better man.
A better man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Can't find a better man. Can't find a better man.
How about if I give you this melody? Dun, 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 dun.
Jeremy spoken.
Good. How about
Hey.
nah.
She won't get that.
Wait, yes, I will. I feel it. Go do it again.
It's hard to do that without singing it.
Okay.
Even flow. It's even flow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
I know that
I've
one.
heard that
What
one.
about Don't Call Me
Daughter.
Yeah.
I am your mother.
No.
I don't know the words.
How about? Hey, hey, hey,
Sounds just like one of the other ones.
Yeah. I'm still alive.
Yeah, I'm still alive.
Wow,
yeah,
Amy
I know
knows
that
Pearl
one.
Jam.
Yeah, maybe I do. Maybe I used to have that CD or something.
What about? Oh,
Where can my baby be? The Lord took her away from me.
That's their
I've
most pop
gone
song
to
ever.
heaven,
That's their
but
biggest,
I got to be good.
highest rated charted song. It's not even their song. It was a cover they recorded in a sound check for
Sounds like
a
it.
charity.
For a charity. Yeah.
It sounds like something that
It's from like the
like
50s.
Richie Valens
Yeah.
would have sang.
Same time.
Yeah. And that song's just mostly about him seeing his dead girl.
They got in a car accident.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, where,
Is that in
where
that
can my
movie
baby
about
be?
the plane crash?
No. It's not Richie Valens.
But I mean, it's one of those people.
No. Last Kiss, Wayne Cochran.
It's a jam.
No, I know. I don't even know who Wayne Cochran is. But yeah, that song was.
I thought that you were waiting for me to sing it, and I was like, I got nothing.
No, you know the song though, because you were
just
singing
sang it.
Oh, that's what it's called.
Where, oh, where can
Wayne.
my baby be? The
It's
Lord
called Last
took her
Kiss?
away from me. Yeah,
It's
she's
their
gone to
last
heaven,
kiss.
so I got to be good, so I can see my baby when I leave this world.
It's really sad.
It sounds sad. When does he say last kiss?
He doesn't.
He
It's
said,
just called
Oh,
that.
he does say last kiss.
yeah.
I can't help my baby. Gave her our last kiss.
I wonder if they play that song.
Yeah, I think they
They do play it in concert?
Yeah.
$200 a seat. Where are your seats?
I don't know.
Because they're playing an arena. There were $1,300 to stand in the pit when I looked.
No, I'm not pitting. I'm taking my 11-year-old son. We're not going to pit.
But the pit though isn't like a pit.
Oh, they're not
Like
moshing still?
Metallica played this weekend here, and Limp Bizkit opened, which is awesome. I'd rather see
That's
Limp
cool.
Bizkit than Metallica. And they had kind of a mosh pit type thing, but that's even older men. But you think a Pearl Jam concert of old men, they're going to be moshing?
I don't know. I feel like people go to these concerts to relive like how they were back in their 20s.
Okay, so I'm looking at the set list
From when?
a couple nights ago.
Let's go.
A lot of songs I don't know. They have some I know.
What did they close with?
They have a 7-song encore. They close with Yellow Ledbetter,
Oh, that's the jam.
which is just all guitar at the beginning, so I can't really do that with my
Oh,
mouth.
yeah.
But did they do Last Kiss, Mike?
Nope.
See it? No, they didn't do it. Check the night before.
No, I was just looking at that one.
No, Last Kiss?
Kiss?
Amy would be mad. She'd get there and be like, play Last Kiss.
Yeah.
Play
She would
Last
be.
Kiss. Speaking of bands, Tom DeLonge and Blink-182, he's the alien guy of those two.
Oh, yeah.
On why aliens aren't what you think they are, and basically that humans are antennas. I'm going to play a little deal here. So his company to the Stars Academy of Arts and Sciences has played a role in bringing public attention to UFO research and the government's involvement in studying unidentified aerial phenomena. And so this is him talking on Steve-O's podcast about aliens. Here's clip number 1.
Number one, it's not what you think it is. It's not coming from other planets. The evidence doesn't suggest that.
Interdimensional.
Yes. And the reason is because time is parallel. Time is side by side, which means everything in the past and the future is existing in this moment, but within different frequencies. So a civilization that's at the end of their technological cycle could build a submarine that changes its voltage and materializes in that same location, just into our timeline.
He sound crazy to you?
What are they talking about?
Or did you stop listening?
No, I feel like my cousin talks this way, so I'm used to it.
Do you understand it?
I would compare it to TV channels. All those people are in the same, but they're all different channels on different spectrums. They're all happening at the same exact time, but you can have Nick at Night and have Gilligan's Island on, and you can have Friends on TBS, and you can have a game on, and it's all the same, but it's just diddling the frequency just a little bit, and it's a whole different line. So it's all existing at the exact same time.
I mean, I guess that's happening.
Mm-hmm. Just on a very, very a much smaller scale.
Like your life is another channel. My life's another channel.
No, you're not understanding.
Okay. I'm trying.
Our lives are on the same
best.
frequency. Like Ross and Rachel's lives aren't on 2 different channels. They're on the same channel. That's the frequency. That's Friends. And Gilligan's Island's on a whole different frequency. You flip to a different channel. He's saying basically that's what this is. Different channel. But we have that's like a model version of that. So if you can do that on a very small level, there's no reason to think they couldn't do it on a bigger level.
Who is that? Blink-182?
Tom DeLonge.
That's not the guy we talked to, right?
Mm-mm. I almost said, "What is up with aliens, dude?" And he'd been like, "Wrong guy."
The other dude.
Here he is explaining why humans are antennas.
So there's a consciousness aspect to this. Consciousness, it's like the mind of God, you know? It's not a dude in a toga with a crown of thorns making Jupiter. Everything you see is one band of frequencies. Yeah. The highest frequency is light, unified mind. The lowest frequency would be blackness. And physical matter is somewhere right in the middle. So you have the ability to tune up higher or tune down lower, and behavior and all these things and time, and it all comes together. Your brain is what's called a transducer. You're an antenna.
There you go.
A transducer. I'm Googling that.
No need.
Why? What do you mean no need?
No need. You're just going to laugh at me anyways.
Yeah.
Wait, you because you already know exactly what a transducer is?
Well, mostly it's just like I read about this stuff.
Okay.
Tonight, 7 p.m. over on my Bobby Bones channel, YouTube, the Eric Church hour-long Bobbycast goes up just for video. That the podcast doesn't go up till tomorrow. But the Eric Church, 7 p.m. tonight is when we premiere that. And so check it out. He's got a new album that came out on Friday. Tickets go on sale, I think, this Friday coming up for his tour. Yeah, that's what's up. Thank you, guys.
Sorry.
Uh-oh.
I thought she was clapping for me.
Yeah.
She hit her mic.
Goodbye,
I was like,
everyone.
wow, thank you.
Whoa.
I just passed out.
Thanks to Maddie and Tay for being a part of the show. And they have an album that came out last week. We talked about that, so check it out.